Hello, all. How do you feel when you prepare for a certification exam and clear it with flying colors? Joyful, right? Same is the feeling with me. I sat for my Certified Kubernetes Application Developer Exam, that is CKAD exam, recently and passed it with a percentage of 81. Got the email from CNCF that I have passed and received a badge, which is eligible for the next 3 years. So I thought that it'll be good to share the experiences of my preparation journey and the strategies that I used to crack it. So why wait more? Let's get started. Hello all, my name is Vidita Kher and the vision of my life is sharing knowledge and bridging gaps. Therefore, whenever I learn or explore something new myself, I try to share it with everybody in form of blogs or videos, whether in the field of technology or public speaking. Today let's talk about few tips to clear CKAD exam, starting with the motivation for me to sit in the CKAD exam. Since I've been working on developing and deploying Kubernetes application for about 2 years now, so I decided it was about right time for me to sit for the certification, as I know and I have worked on the basic components of a Kubernetes cluster. I started with checking out the course curriculum and made two lists of topics. The one that I am using on a daily basis and the other one that I need to focus more on, which is specific to the certification. The latest curriculum link from the CNCF website is linked below in the description. Next up, I will talk about some basic concepts of YAML and familiarizing with Vim editor. While in our daily work, we use YAML files to create a Kubernetes resource. In the exam, it is important to use imperative commands for more often, wherever possible, to save time while editing a YAML file. In Linux, default editor is Vim. So you have to get familiarized with the shortcuts of Vim editor. Next up, I have shared a slide of some of the keyboard shortcuts which I used during the exam. The next most important tip is to practice with autocompletion and aliases set up on your machine. The exam terminal does not have autocompletion available, so at the start of exam it is important to set the same so that it saves a lot of time during the exam. I also made some VI editor settings into my vimrc file, which I am going to share with you all in the next slide. If you are friends with the Kubernetes official documentation, then it is very effective way to resolve any problem encountered during preparation and also during the exam, as it is allowed to open one tab in your browser of kubernetes.io/talks. It contains each topic with the details and examples. So you can bookmark all the important URLs of the different concepts of Kubernetes so that it saves time during the exam and you are allowed to open one tab. I would recommend you all to get friendly with the various sections of the documentation right from the beginning of your preparation. I used the docs for topics where imperative commands were not useful, like for example creating persistent volumes, persistent volume claim, network policies, etc. I would link the official Kubernetes documentation below in the description. Some tips for the exam day I'd like to share, which I have experienced myself. First, try to remain as calm as possible on the exam day and take a good night's sleep before it. The exam proctor was really helpful to all my queries before and also during the exam. Second, keep your desk clutter free and read the questions carefully before starting to attempt, because in some questions there are twists given which you won't see in your regular practice questions. Now, some version specific points. I give my exam for Kubernetes version 1.21 plus. In this version, Kubernetes run only works for pod creation. And for every other thing like deployment, job, cron job, etc., use kubectl create imperative command. Second version specific point is the hyphen hyphen label flag does not work anymore with kubectl create command and is deprecated. Instead, we can use kubectl label command to update the label on existing Kubernetes resources. I have used some links which I am going to share with you in the next slide during my preparation journey, and I hope they would be useful for you as well. Finally, closing comments for this preparation journey is that if you are planning to get yourself Kubernetes certified, then you can start right away. And I hope this video would help you with the same. Comment below if you have any more queries about the exam or any specific topics that you would want to understand a bit more in the curriculum. For example, how deployment works, how a persistent volume claim is used, what are the network policies, etc. And I would be more than happy to help. I would also link my digital badge received from CNCF in the description below, and receive I hope that you all receive the same. Thank you.